And we're back with more Shadowrun Dragonfall. Continuing right where we left off, which I don't remember. We checked messages. We had optional quests, so that's kind of where we're at. The optional was the medical dude, so maybe I should go see him first, and then the other contacts. We only had one contact so far, pay 22 grand. We still need the 50, and the other runs have been pretty much chump change. So, I wonder if Dietrich has anything to say. So I haven't talked to him yet. He's cooking food, man. Look at him, man. He's doing a little this and a little that. You really came through for me, boss. You ever need anything from me, anything at all, and you can call on me. I'll come running. How's Alexander holding up? He's a good kid, that nephew of mine. Give him some time, and he'll shake Stahl's programming. It might take a while, but he'll adjust to life here. In the meantime, I found a good home for him. Samuel agreed to take him in. Is that wise? Samuel's employees have no love for humanists, but most of them don't even like humans. The best thing for the kid will be to learn through immersion. If he stays with Samuel's group, he'll have no choice but to interact with metahumans. Soon enough, he'll learn that they're no different than anyone else. First few days will be rough, no question. But he'll make it through, and come out on the other side a better man for it. Seems like a tough kid, I don't doubt that you're right. Claps you on the shoulder. You're a good man, boss. On the other things, remember what I was telling you, back before we climbed into the van? Yeah, you were saying that the Dragon Slayer was happy, and that you'd be giving a reward. That's right. Thanks to our, let's not mince words, heroic actions back at the swine pit, the Dragon Slayer has been fit to grant me his favor. His grin widens. And now I know what that means, and what I can do with it. I'm listening. Well, he has seen fit to grant me a new ability. He gestures to the ground near his feet. Namely this. You can summon, right? As you watch the spot Dietrich is pointing at belongs to the point he's pointing. As you watch, the spot that Dietrich is pointing at begins to glow. Lines of force spread out in a scintillating web. And a fleeting of raw power suffuses your body. I've just torn open a channel between myself and the Dragon Slayer. That power that you feel is his power, pouring through the ether, and into the spot. If you're familiar with ley lines, it's the same basic concept. I consecrate patches of ground, and as long as I stand in that spot, all my magic gets stronger. He crosses over his arms. Not bad, huh? What about other major shaman? Could someone else benefit from these channels too? Ish. I'll see why not. Like I said, it's basically a ley line. As long as you're on the Dragon Slayer's good side, I don't see why you couldn't use it. My idol, he isn't stingy with his gifts. Anyway, boss, I want to keep fiddling with this. Learning to properly control it. And I'm sure that you've got things to do as well. You take care of whatever else it needs doing, and by our next run, I'll be ready to use it. Sounds good? Take care. You too, boss. Little puppy. Is there any reason to pull Dante with you, or is he just flavor? Well, oh, that's right. We can get some story elements out of this thing. Load labeled Watch Me. Load second DVD. Power down the DVD player and step away. Watch Me. Oh, we already played all these tracks, didn't we? Let's find out if we did. The timestamp. I don't know if we saw these or not. I don't know if these are the same notes or not. Yeah, actually we did see these. This is the one. Second DVD. The soft whir of the spinning DVD is punctuated by an occasional rattling sound. The scratched LCD display comes to life. Oh shit, 6 tracks, really? Goes black for a moment, and then the timestamp is 54 November 11th. Alright, as I said in my last recording, I've been having trouble finding hard facts about firewings, so I thought I'd open this up again a bit. Let's see what the rumor mill has to say. The screen jumps and Winters reappears in a different location. He's now clutching a mug of soy calf in both hands, and there are bags under his eyes. Well, that was enlightening. Assuming that any of it was true, that is. So, for the past 5 hours, I've been poking around some of the crazier fringe theories related to dragons and the SOX. As I remember, the SOX is an irradiated wasteland between France and Germany. It got zoned off back in 08 after the Katong GAU reactor meltdown. Anyway, there are all kinds of rumors floating around about that place. I've heard stories about a walled city in there that operates on survival of the fittest, kill or be killed basics, sort of like a nightmare inversion of Berlin. All of it anarchy, but none of the stability that the F state provides. The radiation poisoning, cancer, and mana pollution are just the icing on the cake. So when Adrian helped the Luftwaffe shoot other German name down, she crashed into the SOX. That much is well known. What isn't well known are all of the modern day myths that have arisen about her since. And tonight, I've heard an earful. I chatted up a girl who claimed to be a ghost rat. That's a smuggler that operates in the SOX. She told me about a dragon cult called the Disciples of the Cleaning Fire. Apparently these cultists worship some sort of radioactive ghost dragon. Could be Firewing or it could be nothing, but it's worth digging into all the same. Another thing that my little ghost rat told me, the popular rumor in the SOX is that Firewing's astral form was, I guess you'd say, mutated by all that background radiation. Some of the glowpunks out there say that she shed her body like an old coat. Others say that she's trapped, doomed to languish as an intangible radioactive ghost. I don't know how much credence to give any of this. After all, I don't have any proof that my ghost rat is even a ghost rat. She might be, but then she could also be a run-of-the-mill glowpunk. Or maybe she's just yanking my chain, and she's never been in the SOX at all. Who knows? Well, it's food for thought anyway. I don't know whether I thought of some radioactive ghost dragon thing is any scarier than a genuine dragon is, but it's interesting all the same. Now, the big question is, will any of this get me closer to finding Adrian? I'm going to go on a limb and say no, but you never can tell. It goes black for a moment, and now it's 54. 1 day later. November 12th. Let's continue thinking outside the box. After the Dragonfall, the Green Dragon Kalstein came flying on the SOX to rescue the Firewing. But he was driven off, some say killed, by Laufeneb. I'm just going to abbreviate these names. They're not going to be pronounced by me. So, what if there's another dragon involved in all this? He grabs a thick leather-bound tome of the shelf behind him and licks a finger and begins leafing through it. Alright, so let's run down the list of major dragons that could be helping her. First, there's the Golden Worm, Lafwer, CEO of Sadegrit Krupp, and is quite possibly the single most dangerous being on Earth. Laf is local boy, so should be in a position to help. So Laf's another female dragon? Oh, so he'd be. Never mind. He certainly has the financial capability to help her. He could see a small army into the SOX if he wanted to. So he's definitely got the means, but I can't see how he'd have the motive. He actively prevented Firewing's rescue back in 2012. After all, same thing is true for Nebel, so let's scratch both of them off the list. He flips pages, frowning. We've got Aiden, the great Cirrus. He's operating out of Turkey. By all accounts, he's not a fan of Laf, and they're actively competing for territory in the Middle East. So I suppose that could be considered motive. Reviving the Firewing might cause problems for the Golden Worm. But would he risk a war with Say Krupp by straying onto Laf's territory? Again, I don't think it's likely. Turns to their page. There's Celadri out in Wales. He's pretty heavily invested in Transys Neuronet, so he's got money, but he's too busy dealing with the BTL killer scandal that Transig is going through out in London to get his claws dirty in the SOX. Flip. Dunkazong, out in the UCAS. He paused, shaking his head, then slams the tome down. Nope, that's a waste of time. The more I think about it, the more convinced I am. The Firewing is acting alone. Dragons don't cooperate unless they absolutely have to. After all, why bother making nice with your equals when you've got an entire planet full of pawns at your disposal? They don't need to work together. They have us to exploit. While the track does load, it's clearly corrupted. The scene fills with meaningless stream of text. Jaxel, 1236. There's got to be something in here. Maybe not. It's partially garbled. You can recognize a few words here and there, but they are intercepted amidst a solid black of corrupt text. Vauclair. Still my big brother. 13. Still searching for. Swear to Aslan. I will find you. Yeah. Netflix interrupting. And I know who will. File is corrupted. Jaxel, Insect, Aslak, Neeknock, Neeknock, Knack, 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 Knack. We're not going to read that. Screen goes black, and the same digital chime that you hear the Dragonfall DVD plays again. The crackle of static fills the air, followed by that same now familiar electronic whine. A few months later, display goes live. Adrian Vauclair. Vauclair looks haggard. His eyes are heavily bagged and bloodshot. His hair is mused. He holds a cigarette in an unsteady hand. Hermine, it's me. I can't sleep. I don't know where you are. Out having fun, no doubt. Maybe flirting with one of those unattainable beauties that you're always chasing. He tries on a smile, but it quickly disappears. He takes a drag on a cigarette. That's good. I want you to live a pleasant, normal life. After all, one of us should. He rubs his eyes. I can still smell the smoke, Hermine. It's almost a year later, and I can still taste the stench of burning corpses. When I sleep, I can hear the sirens and the screams. There is no sound in this world as horrible as a burn victim's screams. The doctor would call this PTSD, I'm sure. They'd have me in therapy. Maybe dose me up on SSRIs like they do our veteran soldiers. He chuckles, then takes another drag. Quite a story for the tabloids. The great dragon slayer, Adrian Vauclair, mentally incapable of wrestling with his own demons. He shakes his head. Nope, no therapy for me, and certainly no medication. I've had a reputation to live up to, however poorly deserved as it is, and however little I want it. He paused, stubs out his cigarette. The dragon is still alive, Hermie, of that I am certain. One day I will find her, and then perhaps I'll be able to sleep through the night. Display goes black. There you go. There's some exposition and story for you. We can go check out some of our leads. There was no armor to buy. There were some software programs I could buy, but so far, I'm not sure I want to. Maybe I'll give this guy his 350, who knows. Because I haven't found any armor to buy, and my weapon is the drone, and I'll need 2,000 to buy the next drone, and I have 9 karma. It doesn't tell me. I have 2,000 right here. Maybe, just maybe, I'll replace the drone I have with the next best drone. This was 1,000. Welcome back. What can I do for you? Look for something exotic. What kinds of tech do you carry? I need some tech. What's exotic? Anything and everything. Sounds whiz. Let's see what you got. Yep. This is the deck I can get with one more decking power. 5 programs. I really should get that program that reduces threat level. My Skype is blowing up. Anyway. Creates a 5-score fireball that causes damage when they move through it. Just, heals yourself or a friendly target for 60. I bought that one, didn't I? Heals for 40, not 60. I could sell it for 50. And this is 200. Your drones are here. Attack Class B or a Robo-Doc. A medkit on wheels. It's a runner's best friend in the heat of a firefight. What doesn't tell you what it actually has going for it? If I bought this one, Attack Class B. She has Attack Class A, but it's a little bit more money than I have. Offers ground-based firepower. It's like having another runner on the team. I'd like to buy that one. I'm kind of close to having the money for it. I could sell some of these weapons. Like this one. Maybe this one. If I sell it, I can now buy it. But can I use it? It's Steel Link's attack A. Do I have the skills necessary? The karma to use it? Because I mean, if I don't have the skills, there's no point buying it. Let's go back down here. Yep. I've already bought it. It appears. Drone combat. Yeah, bonus to her rigor. +2 hit point damage. And this one is +2 to armor. And the next thing to upgrade probably is the deck. Well, yeah, probably the deck and then biotech. No, forget the deck for right now. I think it'll be biotech. Yeah. I'll confirm the drone abilities. And then I'll buy it. It's Class A. Confirm. There it is. Full. Put it in stash. Pick out the drone I just bought. Class A. There you go. Confirm. And if I sell this drone, I might get 750 out of it. Maybe. 500, half the cost. Alright. Well, I guess that's fine. I'll still have 790. There you go. So, there's my Nguyen. Meet with Gunnar about the missing shipment. Meet with Dr. Ezekiel. I think we'll go see the doc now. I have a much better attack drone. It has more armor, so, you know, we'll see. He should be down here, right? Yeah, he's over here. Don't need your drugs right now, but I'll sell you the drugs I have. Now, hold on. Let's go check out this doc. I think he's here, right? Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back. What can I do for you? Schematic, auto-injector hyper. I found this schematic. Think you can hook me up with its chrome? Yeah, very nice. The design appears to be simple enough. Yes, I should be able to provide you with this. Won't be cheap, though. I thought our recent misunderstanding won't have an impact on our ongoing business relationship. Misunderstanding, Steel Fleet? I'm sure that I don't know what you're talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're not hearing me. I don't know what you're talking about. I know nobody in the sewers, and you know nothing of my extracurricular activities. As long as you're on board with that, our business together can continue unabated. Deal? Deal, Doc. Good. Now let's move on to other matters. Do you have business for me? I got your message. What do you want to discuss? Business. I have a job for you. I'm a little surprised that you want to hire me. We haven't always seen eye to eye. That's true, we haven't. But I'm confident that you're the right man for the job. Good enough for me. Good, so let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? Back before I emigrated here from my native Spain, I worked in partnership with Berlin-based R&D lab. The biotech that they were developing was very hush-hush, very cutting-edge. Our arrangement was that I would bankroll their research, and that they in turn would provide me with unique merchandise to sell in my clinics. Go on. About 2 years ago, things went sour. My name was slandered, and the fickle mistress that the public perception turned against me. An ugly business, I assure you. Even talking about my fall from grace makes my stomach turn. The injustice of it all is almost too much to bear. I'm sure it is. I came here to Berlin to escape all of that, but I also came here to be closer to the lab that I'd funded, and the merchandise that I am owed. So let me guess, you want me to fetch your merchandise? Yes, and to find out what happened to the lab itself. The facility is locked down, you see, nearly impenetrable, and I have no idea why. As I was packing to move to Berlin, all was well. 16 hours later, I arrived to discover the building locked tight with my merchandise inside. The Turk, Altug, has been running surveillance on the site since I set up shop here. In that time, no one has entered and no one has left. Whatever went wrong in there, it must have killed the research team. I want you to find a way to the building and recover the cyber tech that we're developing, and find out what happened to the research in that order. It's been sitting in this building for 2 years. Why didn't you approach Monica about this? Who said that I didn't? I had a, let's say, a tumultuous friendship with your dear departed Monica. We had our ups and downs, you see. And on the subject, she was most certainly down. That was her choice. I'm hoping you'll be savvy enough not to make the same mistake. Now let's talk compensation. What's in it for me? I can't afford to pay you $1 million. And that's your own fault, by the way. You shut off a good chunk of my revenue when you pulled that stunt down the sewers. But what I can do is give you first crack at any biotech that you recover from the site and make it available to you at a discount. It's top-of-the-line ware that we're talking about, mind you. Better than anything else I've got in stock. And because it's biotech, the essence lost from implanting it will be minimal. It's a good deal, win-win for you, really. So what's it going to be? Take the job or not? I don't need any bioware, and I've got more important things to do. Alright, I'm in. The facility you're looking for is in the former laboratory of Sutterlin BioScience. Take the U-Bond to the Adams Plaza and you're sure to find it. Best of luck. Take the U-Bond. Objective complete. Alright, well. Suppose we can do this mission. This is the U-Bond, isn't it? No, that's the motor plaza. The U-Bond is up here. I think there's 2 ways out of this place. And, yeah. Yeah, the U-Bond, yeah. U-Bond. Assemble the team and travel to the station to find Ezek's lab. Well, the basic team, I suppose. Lockdown. The ride to the place is dismal one. Your only company on the train is an elderly dwarf in a ragged peacoat, and he spends most of his time muttering to himself. When the train rattles to a stop, he slowly rises from his perch and begins to hobble towards the doorway. The station itself isn't much different. Well, a broken down thing at the end of its useful life, feebly tottering towards obsolescence. This area is of Berlin has clearly seen better days. A window of light shines down from the surface, and even that looks stale. Slowly you begin to climb. Alright. Some grenades that I can't use. I might be able to use medkit outside of battle. And there's the revival thing, if we need it. She's got the upgraded one. I could give him the one we found. And, you know, you could probably use a second grenade. And then I have nothing in my inventory because most of my AP is used just controlling the drone, which is expected, really. So medkit's outside of battle, and repair kit's got to be outside of battle. Hopefully the drawer doesn't get destroyed. The streets above the place are dark and dismal. This Kai's has seen better days. Everything here reeks of economic depression and faded glory. Looming above you is a forest-like, seemingly impenetrable facility. The windows have been shuttered with enormous steel panels, lending the entire building a sinister appearance. This is our target. Sutterlin BioScience. I wonder what happened here. It might still be happening for all that we know. That's a cheerful thought. Come on, boss. Let's get this over with. Spiderwebs! More like cobwebs. They've served their usefulness. The spider abandoned them and moved on. A lot of spiders did that. The pile of trash is steaming. Fetid waves of stench wash over you as you draw near. You gods, that's rank. I'd stay back here if you don't mind. I'll have better things to do than dig through a pile of decomposing trash. It might not be decomposing. That steam could be coming from a grate or vent under the pile. Move it aside. Oh yes, there's a vent. And of course we can't open this door. Although strength 3 pound the door, strength 5 attempt to force the hydraulics. The door is sealed tight. Dirt, dust, and grime have cracked around the corners. It's clear that no one has been through this in many months. You can see the hydraulic jacks lock at the door in place near the bottom of the frame. Metal of the door is thick and the sound of your fists barely resonate. Your hand hurts. Get your muscle to force the door. Igor shoulder checks the door. Nothing. Tries to force the hydraulic. Nothing. It's secure, alright. We're going to have to find an alternate way. If I had 5 strength, it'd be fine. Ooh, jack in. This is what I do. Hopefully, this will be enough. I don't seem to have any ESPs, just programs. I wish I had ESPs. Oh man, look at all this stuff. Alright, look. These guys aren't going to follow me through, right? They're going to stay here, and there's nothing in this room I need to kill anyway, so maybe I can just go all the way over. Oh, hi, Mr. Thingy over there. Yeah. Shield, yeah. All incoming damage reduced. Accuracy increased. Great. Yes, incoming damage was reduced, I get it, but this might still help. You can't come this way. Ow! Now you're almost dead. You're gonna heal, aren't you? Yeah, probably. Hmm. 80 damage, wow. Where's that shield drone? Where'd he go? He ran away. Sutterlin 4 door. Oh man. I have to go back and kill those guys. A little bit disappointing. So how do I kill? I know I can kill him, but I just, you know. I can heal myself again. My programs are back. There you go. It missed. Oh, shit. Ow. Well, it hit one of them anyway. Please don't. Please fade before it hits me. There you go. That I have to kill these things. Okay, there we go. Alright, good. Now I can access that terminal. The front door is open. Let's pull the plug. It's okay, we're not in combat. I'm just looking for more stuff to see if I can steal it. Can't talk to anyone here. And looks like we don't want to. So I hacked the front door. There's also a grate that I moved aside. Negative 4 AP still? Really? It's not gonna go away? I mean, I'm not even in combat yet. Okay, objective complete. Locate experimental bioware. I'm still suffering 4 AP. Observation terminal. This terminal governs the animal testing wing of Sutterlin BioScience. Data entries concerning animal test subjects and the procedure performed upon them fill the menu screen. Hellhound testing protocols Basilisk. Well, Hellhound. Contains notes of a variety of invasive test procedures that were performed on kennels of Hellhound's test subjects. Several memos appeared in the file. Apparently, the science working on the testing wing were less convinced that working with dangerous fire-breathing animals would yield useful results than the executives were. Basilisks cover the various forms of experimentation testings performed on the prized possession, a rare albino basilisk acquired from an exotic animals dealer. It appears that the basilisk was being used as the primary focus of a passion project in an attempt to create a magically active piece of bioware. Why the executives in charge of the project felt that basilisks would make an appropriate test subject isn't clarified. The list of procedures performing the creature is extensive, including a series of unanesthetized thoracic surgeries. So no anesthesia, just surgery. I'm apprehensive about that. How am I going to get in there? I mean, apparently that's a wing and there's a thing here. But I don't know how you're supposed to get in there because there's no door there. Oh, there's a door there. And a locked door here. Oh. The door is hermetically sealed. Months of disuse have left it covered in a thick coat of dust. A simple swipe key access system has been mounted in the door frame. Black letters on one system's case reading executive clearance only. Climb down, huh? Clearance panel B. This console seems to control the locking mechanism for the doors in front of you. A keycard reader has been set in the side of the console. Clearance level B. Walk away. I can climb down, but there's more to explore here first. Or not. Oh. Scientific terminal. This terminal appears to contain the inventory control system of Sutherland BioScience. The items are spelled out in amber letters against a solid black background. A glowing cursor awaits your input. Organic wing, tissue bank, whatever. Tissue banks. And she provides a complete breakdown of the standard organs that are being grown in the organic chemistry wing. It seems the lab was outfitted with the capacity of mass-produced vat-grown metahuman organs, including hearts, kidneys, livers, and lungs. This material would be used for testing purposes. Breakdown and analysis. The entry contains a complete log of studies performed by the Sutherland employees of the products of competing biotech companies. BioBar samples by Universal, Omnitech, Shaz, whatever, and BioScience have all gone under the knife here. and the result of each dissection have been meticulously recorded. Replication, fabrication. Notes on Sutherland's attempt to replicate products that it had previously dissected and studied. According to the information here, they had achieved a shocking level of success to producing genetic versions of a wide variety of commercial and restricted bioware products. Contract fulfillment. It's a breakdown of organs weighing in cold storage by clients and investors. Scans over the list see a number of high-end security level enhancements in inventory. Bioware like this would normally run tens of thousands of new yen. This is what Isaac was commissioned to Sutherlin to produce. He could undercut all of his competitors and still make an ungodly profit. Special project. This entry details a number of projects that involve invasive testings on awakened animals. There's a list of a number of hellhounds, including their complete medical histories. It appears that most of the experimental procedures listed were performed on a subject named Billy, but who or what Billy might be is left undisclosed. Step away. Climbing down the system. There's probably going to be ghouls around here. But we always got to find everything we can. If it's not nailed down, take it. If it is, remove the nail. Clearance B panel. The door to this maglock shut, and it appears that someone in the not too distant past has smeared its surface with feces. The door's key swipe access system has clearance B access only. So someone smeared shit all over it. Let's climb up. Aha, here we are. Nothing to interact with here. Nothing to interact with here. Unauthorized access detected. Priming weapon system. Well, shitballs. Time to control my drone. $12 damage on that one. There you go. Oh, it's got stats too. Cool, I didn't notice that. Now I did. A little late, but whatever. It might be useful for me to go in here, but let's see, maybe we could just destroy. -2 AP and 13 damage. Oh shit, what am I doing? I'm running, I'm being stupid is exactly what your appropriate answer to that is, then. You were being really, really fucking stupid and misclicking. There you go. $22 damage. It's almost dead. Oh, but it absolutely kicked my ass. There you go. In fact, I need to be revived. There. Ow. Okay, I'm back. Control mode for my drone. Here's 1 AP on that one. And then shoot the shit out of that. And then there you go. Why did I run to it? Because I can't. I forget that it defaults to fucking hacker dork right after I use the drone if he's got AP. Ugh. That was horrible. I think he needs health. You can't see his fucking health from here. You 20 of 40. My medkits would do more than 20 because I have that ability. But I'm just going to activate it and use it on Steel Fleet. Yeah, whatever. Oh, hello. Security computer governs the lock of the doors leading back into the main lab. If you wanted, you could unlock the doors remotely from here. Sure. And there you have it. There's the place we went down. And here's a door to open. I saw this place, and I saw something here. 56 bucks. Well, shit, I'll take it. It's worth a coffee. A good coffee, anyway. A wild-eyed young man in a tattered lab coat confronts you. His beard is bushy and unkempt, but bare patches of skin show through. You there. Who are you? He stalks towards you, his hands twitching. How dare you enter my domain? Easy there, pal. We thought this lab was abandoned. Abandoned? This is my territory. My home. You are an invader of my territory, Elfling, and you have murdered my peasantry. He mutters under his breath. We got a live one here, boss. He continues his rant without pausing for breath. You are a murderer, a monster, you will pay. Hold up, who are you? I am Philip Rex, the Night King of Sutherlin BioScience. I will have you banished for your transgressions, Elfling, banished for the underworld, and left to ravage and let the ravages of the all-powerful Billy. He pauses, blinking. Hold still while I fetch the robots that will banish you. Attack him. Alright, Your Majesty, consider this a declaration of war. Because, you know, fruitcakes. There you are. Hi there. 2 drone shots and you should go down. And you did go down. Sweet. Now I could pick that up. I don't know if I want to, but I can't do anything else. I can just take point. Clarence B keycard. And I can heal him for whatever that's worth. And then step up here. He's gonna take another shot in the ass. There you go. That thing runs away, and that thing runs away. Well, good on you, because my Decker is a total puss and needs to back up. Nice. Made damage from that far away. That's pretty good. Oh, come on, come on, come on. You can do this. Ugh, you can't do this. You suck balls. Oh, you missed from... You're a dork. You're a sniper. You shouldn't miss that. Six damage. Asshole. Alright, whatever. Yeah. Perfect. Out of combat, right? I don't think my drone recovered health. Yeah, wounded 6. My pack gives him 20 health, so I don't think it's useful to waste it right now. I thought that after combat he would recover, just like he did last mission I had him. So whatever. Alright. Looks like this media setup is wired into the building's security system. Video feeds from cameras all over the facility can be viewed here. Search the machine's video archives. Padding through the computer's file systems, you find a number of archive videos that feeds from the building's surveillance system. In addition, episode 1 through 6 of an old Slavic period fantasy series called Night Night Kings of Lightning Rod have been saved to the machine's desktop. I've heard of that show. It's supposed to be horrible. I mean, like, really, really bad. Never watched it myself, but I heard that it made Neil the Orc Barbarian look like high art. Watched the archive dated 18 months ago. As the video flicks in, Phil is engaged in an animated discussion with someone who's standing just outside camera range. You can see his shoes in the shadows, but nothing more. Where's his shoes? I don't see his shoes. The voice sounds human. You guess that the off-camera speaker is a man in his early 20s. Look, we've survived this long. We play our cards right and do a proper bit of rationing, and I reckon we can live off the executive snack bar for a long time to come. We have plenty of fat and sugar. Those won't be a problem. We got mixed nuts for protein, and we can get our vitamins and minerals from diet bars. There aren't many of those, but like I said, we'll ration. We want to bet that we can hold out for 2 or 3 months on what's stashed away in that snack bar. We should be rescued before we run dry. And there he is. You're fooling yourself, man, ignoring an unpleasant truth rather than facing it. We have to accept the fact that we could be stuck here for the long haul. The snacks are great, no, but they can't be our staple food stuff. We need to stretch them as far as humanly possible, and that means supplementing them with something more substantial. There's a long pause. You don't mean, look, I just think of it like farming, right? If we look after our crops, we'll always have food to eat. We have enough supplies to hang on to keep the tissue cultures in the organic wing growing indefinitely. What I'm thinking of is growing meat for our own survival. That's all there is to it. Metahuman meat, Phil. Synthetic hearts and livers and kidneys grown to be implanted into people like you and me. You're talking about eating people's parts. It's fucking disgusting. I won't do it. They do say that eating human flesh can cause insanity. I don't know if that's because of a biochemical imbalance when you eat human flesh or the psychological problems it creates, but I would like to think that it's just the biochemical problems, that when you eat it for too long, it just sort of fucks up your chemistry. That's my own belief until I'm proven otherwise by science. Unless you fancy dying of malnutrition, you're going to have to. You know that as well as I do. And organs are high in cholesterol. Organ meats are rich in vitamins and minerals. Caroline, CoQ10, vitamin D, bioavailable iron, all things that we're going to need if we want to survive in the long term. You won't find much vitamin D in licorice sticks and choco nubs. You're talking like they're never going to rescue us. We're in Berlin, Heiner. What they? What do you think is coming? We need to be prepared to survive here for a long time. Maybe years. And that means making the most of the resources at our disposal. I'm talking about resorting to cannibalism, man. No, I'm talking about eating meat. 14 months ago. The image flickers on the frame. Phil leaning against the wall, listlessly chews on an undefiable hunk of cooked meat. He looks miserable. A drone comes to inspect him and he pushes it away. His voice crackles over the intercom. Phil doesn't look up. I'm going now, Phil. No more arguments, okay? It's a long pause. In lieu of responding, Phil takes another bite of meat and gashes it with his teeth. I'll kill that fucking thing. You'll see. That goddamn basilisk is going down. Once we can get into the sewers again, we might be able to find a way out. This is our chance, Philip. Wish me luck. Philip says nothing. 11 months ago. The video feed flickers into the scene. In it, you find Phil standing in the corner of the room that you're in now. He looks haggard, exhausted, and carries a haunted look in his eyes. Heiner is notably absent. Cheap synthesized music pipes from somewhere off screen. Phil turns to stare at the direction the music came from. A smooth, baritone voice sings out a phrase of Slovak. A half-second later, a different voice shouts the translation in German. German announcer, Night Kings, Kings of Lightning Gold. Philip stares glassy-eyed as the show begins. The synthesized music blares. A deep trollish voice rumbles out of the media center speaker. I, Turnus Rex, will defend my realm. I do so swear before the magic sword. Argonar. This I do swear. An almighty breathy elvish voice sings out in response. But Titanias, the Jubathon Ords will smite you for what if you stay. People in that valley are only peasants. You needn't throw your life away for them. Flee with me into the enchanted wood of Talashin. Please make this stop. My life is up to protect the peasants, she-elf. Run back to your enchanted trees if you will, but the Night King will never flee. The Tile-Nesser voice comes into a little halt. You cannot die, I love you. Then go to your father and beseeches to rally his elf troops southward, for if Titanus Rex falls, lightning will fall, and lightning red will hold, not fall. The troll drones on, audibly struggling to emote and occasionally tripping over his lines. Overall, the acting quality is roughly on par with what you'd expect from a primary school Christmas pageant. Philip stares at the screen, listlessly chewing his meat. His nose wrinkles in distaste. And his fists clench and unclench. 8 months ago. The screen flickers and video feed of Philip pops on the screen. He's standing in the corner, watching an episode of Night Kings of Lightning Hold. His jaw hangs slack, and he stares at the screen in rapt attention. But father, Titus Rex is risking his life. Nay, his very soul to defend the lightning from the wrecking hinges. I know I'm reading this really, really fast and stuff, but it's not really plot-worthy, I don't think. It's just sort of like exposition. Feeds upon his honor and bravery, and seeks to transfer from a noble Night King into the elven demon lord. Philip's lips move silently, mouthing the words as they are spoken. Evidently, he has committed the entire script to memory. My darling daughter, that is why I cannot see my troops. Your beloved Titus Rex walks the knife edge between light and darkness every time he draws that devil blade from its scabbard. It is a long time that you learn the truth about me. I was the one who trapped the demon lord Kekwick with that blade. The breathy actress lets out a sharp gasp. Philip memes emotion. A tear trickles down his cheek. But father, you can't mean. I was the one called Thunderspear and swore enemy of Titus Rex people, the Hogan barbarian tribe. And all this is your fault. You distracted my beloved soul, all of it. It was the only way to save Charlottine, my darling daughter, Charlottine, and your mother, whom I hid away from when you were but a girl. She's still alive. A security drone floats by to inspect Phil. Idly, he reaches out and begins to stroke its casing, petting it as if it were a house cat. The video feed flickers and sputters out, and you find yourself back. Watch the date dated today. Screen flickers and Philip appears on the screen. He appears to be dancing with one of the security drones. The little machine weaves and bobs frantically to avoid colliding with him. And with every motion, the lab tech slides into a flea of empty space. Around and around they go, twirling and whirling across the laboratory floor. There is an enormous smile on Phil's face. Then the lights go dim, and the alarm begins to sound. Danger, danger, true detected. Security protocols engaged. I admire your bravery, noble vassal. Rests his hands on top of the little drone. This is my fight. I, Phil Rex, will defend this land with my life. Indeed, with my very soul. Sir, please clear the area. Hostiles inbound. No, noble spirit. It is you who must. I repeat, clear the area. Hostiles inbound. He nods slowly, his face beaming with pride. Maybe you're right. Maybe I already the Night King. Perhaps this is your time to shine. I will not rob you of this moment of glory. I will allow you the moment in the sun, and when I return victorious, I will grant you the land style's reward to your heroism. Please clear the area. He turns and steps out of the camera range. The drone is joined by two others, which wait in holding positions facing the camera. The picture breaks into static, and the video cuts off. Well then, that was enlightening. Sort of. Maybe. And what will await us further on down? I kind of want to find a stopping point here. Let's see. Because if I go on any further, it's going to be a longer video. Oh, yeah, right there. Okay, I'm going to go here, and if I can save in this area, I'm going to save in this area. And we'll tune it next time. Because, you know, time. So I'll see you then. We can save. Yay.